All right, we're going to cover a plate meeting, what a plate meeting should look like, and how it's going to go. These four guys are going to help us out here. Wherever you want. Okay, for our plate meeting, home plate is here. Okay, whenever we come out, we're going to take the lineup cards. Our base umpire, John's our plate umpire, and our two coaches. First thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce ourselves. And we're going first name basis. So if I'm John, I'm introducing myself to Blake. Hi Blake, my name's John.
I haven't met you yet. I'm John. Good to meet you.
Justin Yates. Blake Carr, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So now we know their names. So throughout the plate meeting, throughout the game, you're going to use first name basis. Blake, Mitch. John, Justin. Not coach, not Skip, first names. So if you have to, what I do as a plate guy is on the lineup cards, I write their first name on their lineup cards, so I know, one, whose lineup cards they are when I pull them out, and two, what their names are. When we're going to start our plate meeting, after you introduce yourself, home team, which would be Blake, we're going to get his lineup cards first. You always get the home team's lineup cards first. Okay? We're going to go through his lineup card, check through, make sure that we have 9 or 10 players, that our positions, mainly the DH and pitcher, are correct. Everything else is there to help you. But the biggest thing is to verify your DH and your pitcher. So what I would do when I get it, I see, all right, Blake, you have a DH in the 4-hole?
Yes.
DH in the 4-hole. And I highlight it or circle it. I make note of it. All right, my DH is in the 4-hole. That way when you start having substitutions, the DH rule comes into effect. Is he in? Is he out? Who's in for him? And where the order goes. So that DH spot is very important. So keep up with that one. And your pitcher. Now I know sometimes you can have a pitcher DH.
Not in high school.
Not in high school? Okay. So DH, keep up where he is. That's the biggest thing. So after we get his lineup, we verify the order, go through, find the DH, verify with the head coach who that is. Now you're going to take the visiting teams. You're going to go through his and do the same thing. So Mitch, I see your DH is in a 5-hole. Okay, good. So you look through, make sure everything's good. Put those away.
Also in high school, by rule, they're supposed to have their substitutes listed at the bottom of or somewhere on the lineup card as well. So make sure that those substitutes are all listed there.
What happens if I don't have them all listed?
Then they need to be listed before the game starts.
Okay.
Just ask him to bring it back before you start. So you would want to finish your plate meeting, and if you see it's not on there, say, hey, Mitch, before we get started, I need all your substitutes on here, please. And you just hand it back to him, and then get it back before the first pitch. So we're at a place that we've never been before. Okay? Blake's our home team. So we're going to ask him to take us around for the ground rules. So we'll let him take ground rules unless you've been there and you know it. If you know the ground rules, say, hey, I'm going to take us around. Okay? And whenever we do the ground rules, you're going to start directly behind you. So I'm going to start directly behind me here at the backstop. And I'm going to work my way around to the right. I'm going to go through the backstop, the dugout, the fence, outfield fence. If there's something in center field that is a batter's eye, is it in play, is it out of play? So you go to the right and go all the way around. Okay? Now a lot of times when coaches do it, they're going to be going over here, and you'll come back behind the plate. And so that's why I like to take control. For one, it shows that now I'm in control. I've got the lineup cards. It's my field. I'm going to take control now at the plate meeting so that they know that I've got it. Okay? So that gives your first opportunity to take control of the game. If you're not familiar with the ground rules, you don't know them, then let who's ever place you're at take them. Now, like I said, he could blow your mind starting over here and bouncing everywhere. Just stay with them. If you have questions on the ground rules, be sure to ask them. If something's not clear, or if he's telling you something that goes against the rules, you got to stop him and say, whoa, 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 that's not correct. We got to change that somehow. Because a lot of times you go to places and they've got their own rules, but it's going completely against what's in the rule book. So be aware of when they're going through it, make sure that everything is in line with the official rules. So once we go through, you come back to these guys, hey, you guys have any questions? Nope. Are they supposed to ask if they're properly equipped?
Blake, do you have legal bats today?
Yes.
Legal helmets? Yes. Legal baseballs?
Yes.
Are all your players properly and legally equipped?
Yes.
Which means zero jewelry as well.
Correct.
Okay? Mitch, same questions to you. Legal bats, helmets, baseballs, equipment, zero jewelry?
I'm not sure.
All right. If you would, make sure all that's legal. I need to know for sure. And make sure, both guys, make sure zero jewelry, okay? Zero jewelry. So that's just per the rule book, okay?
Okay.
We had a lot of problems with that right there. A lot of times we do a high school game, kid would come up to bat and got a jewelry on, and you take the jewelry off. Well, he'll take it off. Well, the next inning, a different kid would come up. Do we need to keep warning every kid, or
No.
we just tell the coach right
Per
there?
the book, Blake, your batter just had jewelry on. That's your team warning. Per the book, next player will be an ejection.
Yeah.
That will get their attention, and that coach will make sure all the jewelry's on.
So once we do the warning, they're done, they're gone.
That's a team warning for Blake's
Yes.
team only, because Mitch's team hasn't offended that.
So if number 12 comes up and he has jewelry on, and in the next inning, number 27 comes up and he has jewelry on, if you issued a warning, number 27 is now ejected.
Okay.
What a good coach is going to do is when they shake hands and break the plate meeting, they're going to turn around and say, hey, get off all the jewelry. That's what they should do.
Write a warning down on your lineup card. That way you
What half inning it
What
was?
inning,
It was the bottom of
outs,
the third. I
everything.
told you number 12 had jewelry, and so that way he
Well,
knows.
you might as well get ready, because you're gonna get a lot of phone calls. I've dealt with that a lot
Well,
last
that's, we'll deal with it.
Also, I'm going to ask, Blake, this is your field. Will you announce the starting lineups today?
No, we'll have a national anthem.
You will have a national anthem. Okay. Coaches want to remind you, point of emphasis this year, no standoff during the national anthem. Make sure your team, as soon as that anthem is over, make sure they go straight to the dugouts. Okay?
And does everybody know what the standoff is? Anybody have any questions about that?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
All right.
So,
Anything else on plate
high
comments?
school play conference, have we covered everything?
We will play a 7 and then a 5-inning JV game afterwards. Are you guys going to switch, or how are we going to do this?
Yes, we will switch.
Okay.
I'm going to say 20 to 25 minutes. We need to go get changed. We'll need to use the restroom. We'll need to get something to drink. So if we can be ready to go no later than 25 minutes, is that good with both of you?
That's fine with me, yeah.
All right, let's shoot for that then.
Be sure that you verify that at the plate meeting. Okay, are we playing 2 sevens? Are we playing a 7 and 5, 7 and 3? How are we playing? Are we going to play the 5-inning game where it's an hour and 15-minute running clock, or whatever we're going to do? Verify that at the plate meeting, because after you have that plate meeting, a lot of things can go down. So verify it right then, when both of them are calm and sane. Okay?
Because you don't want that varsity game to end on a bang-bang call, very controversial, and you're trying to get the coach's attention. How long do we have? No, you want to be able to...
You're walking off the field, you're like, how much time do you want? And he just lost the game at the plate, and you just called the guy out, and he thought he was safe, and you're like, hey, how much time do you want between innings, or between games? Okay, so try to verify that right here.
Everybody understand how this looks? Very clean, very professional. They go through it. They know what they're going to say. You have an idea of what's going on. So when you get up to the plate meeting, that's when it starts. You got to be confident in what you're doing up there. Whether it's going through the ground rules, whether it's talking to these guys, that's where it starts. Okay, when you walk onto the field and you take that lineup card, that's when it's my game. It's my field now.
Gonna go